All right, we're back. Week number 2, we're getting into the northern half of Houston, Texas. So according to niche.com and a lot of rankings, these are gonna be some of the best areas to live in Houston and easily the fastest growing. So, not only did I step on a monster jam of my son, this one's got spikes on it. My goodness, we're remodeling, so I got all this crap up here. Anyways, we're gonna be dissecting the northern section of Houston, Texas today. So, very important here, we've got I-10. That's what carves east and west right here and separates kind of the northern from the southern sides. We finished the other one doing Katy, Texas, looking at, Sunterra, Ellison communities, and now we're gonna start heading up, and it's very important that you've got your pens, your papers, whatever. Pause this video whenever you need to. I'm gonna be covering tons and tons of suburbs, master plan communities, sneaky areas that you've never ever heard of. So if you need to pause real quick, go get you a pen, pad, paper, make sure you do that. We're gonna be talking about areas, and this is why I say it's impossible to move to Houston, Texas, like absolutely impossible, because now we're gonna be going as far north as Willis, Texas. So if you're living up here, you're a couple hours away from some of these other southern areas that we talked about, and it is a completely different lifestyle that you may either like or you're gonna hate to live. We're gonna be really talking about Cypress, Texas today. That is my 4-year-old coming in to bother me. It's Christmas break, and I stepped on your monster jam. I gotta finish this video. Break is killing me. Can't get nothing done with kids, especially figuring out where to live. So we're gonna be talking about Cypress. You're gonna have the biggest master plan community right in here, which is Bridgeland, which is heading out to the west now. We've got actually areas here, Waller, Texas, that we're actually gonna be talking about. Tomball, Texas, really, really popular area. This is kind of forming one big giant area. And then what we're gonna do is head up north. You've got Magnolia here, and you've even got Montgomery. There's master plan communities right in the middle. And then you've got the Woodlands, Texas, which is obviously one of the most popular. And then we're gonna head up to Conroe and Willis, like we talked about a little bit ago. Then we gotta go over to the east a little bit. This right here, this is the 242. There's basically a section all throughout here. It is erupting. There are so many master plan communities in here, and people are just moving to these in droves and waves. Great school districts, all the trees, the parks, the amenities, just very, very pretty area. And then we have the New Caney Porter area. We'll drop down Humble, Atascocita, and obviously over here to Kingwood. And we do have the Spring Klein School District area, Spring right in here. So again, this is one you're really gonna wanna take a lot of notes, and we're gonna do a deep dive of tons of different master plan communities in here. So what we gotta do, jump over to the computer real quick so we can start going through these. All right, so as promised, we've got the map blown out here of the northern side of Houston, Texas. So what we'll do is we're just gonna kind of keep continuing this way clockwise. We finished here Katy, Ellison, Sunterra, those areas. So now the biggest master plan community that is in Houston, Texas is Bridgeland, Texas. So that is right here. It's gonna be in that Cypress area, the Cypress ISD, Cy-Fair to be exact. And it's actually one of the largest school districts. So that's one thing that you wanna take note of. Although the Town Lake, Bridgeland, all of these, master plan communities throughout here are amazing. They're definitely a favorite between people moving here. But you got to realize that you've got almost 6 figures, or you do have over 6 figures of students in those school districts. And that's going to play a pivotal role to what we talk about here in just a little bit. But again, if there's 100,000+ students going there, people, just dying to get into that whole Cy-Fair area, into Cypress, there's a reason for it. And these master plan communities, I mean, they are just, they're second to none. Town Lake is one that we've talked about at great lengths before. This is a man-made lake, but you can boat on it. And we've even taken clients, to look at properties there. They've got a whole area right on the lake where you can park your boat. There's restaurants, bars, shops. So it's really cool. And then you've got, Bridgeland, which is the biggest master plan community. Well, what they're doing, and all the new schools, when you drive up and down 99 right here, I mean, everything's just new. But these the ball fields, the schools are just, look at that. It's just not even fair how big some of these things are, but it's to accommodate a lot of schools. But what they had to do is, this is all really built out. And so they came over here to the west side of 99, and just like we talked about last time, you've got Sunterra, you have Ellison, and now you've got Bridgeland coming over here. This whole section to the west of 99 is starting to build out. So that's where your newest schools are going to be. That's where the newest shops and restaurants are going to be. But we've always mentioned, you know, every time you're along this 99, everything along it is going to be nice and new. So we cruised over to the Bridgeland area, to the west side here. There's some incredible builders. When you talk about Bridgeland, you're going to have everybody. Those Beezer homes, the Perry homes, the Highland homes, even some, you know, like J. Patrick's, like the super custom homes are in there. And they're building, you know, pools, rec centers, all those kind of things. And a lot of them are already in. And then a lot of these are going to have their own shopping centers in them as well. But you're right next to the 99. So with that being said, I do want to talk about one more thing in Cypress, and that's right here. So this is the corner of 290. So 290 is going to take you, if we look at it, over to Austin, Texas. This is kind of a blown out view here. And right here at this junction, this is the 99-290 junction. You have this section right here. So you've got some older master plan communities, original ones, right? And to the south end of this right here, and just north of 290, this is going to be all of your movie theaters, HEBs, Kroger's, restaurants, shops. I'm talking like 100 of them right in here. So you know, you're really close to them, and you'll have a lot of traffic in these areas. So this is cool because it's called Dunham Point, and it's to the south of it. It's brand new. We actually have had a few clients buy in this area. You've got some of the most gorgeous houses ever right here, and all the top builders. So you kind of get the added bonus of all of these restaurants, shops, everything that everybody wants up in Cypress. Plus you're right on the 99 and the 290, but you don't get a lot of the through traffic because people coming in are just the people living there. And it's very quick to just hop on to 290 and head in, right? You just hit the 290, turn right, and you're on the feeder road and you're going. So very, very quick and accessible. But we talked about an area, we did a vlog just a couple weeks ago, and we were out to the west of 99 and we were south of 290. And if we zoom in, we're gonna notice right here, Stone Creek. And as you can see here, you know, we click on any of these areas like Liberty Home Builders. We went into some of these homes. This is Hockley, Texas. So again, I'm going to zoom out just so you can see it. Here's Hockley ISD. You guys, this master plan community is going to tie in to that west side of Bridgeland. So you're also getting all brand new schools right in here. New roofs, new schools, amazing schools, right? So this is an area where you can really get in, stretch the budget, and then you're going to be on the north side of Bridgeland. You're right 2, 3, 4 minutes away from all the shopping and everything, so you can stretch that budget. So again, I can't stress it enough that you guys reach out to us, because if there's certain areas that you guys are thinking about, we know like every single master plan community. We've helped hundreds of clients get into these areas, and all the sneaky ones where if you're trying to stretch that budget, you know, and now we've got all the relationships with the builders, you know, of some of these areas where, you know, JoJo and the team can really do some great things for you getting that house. So Cypress is an area that most people reaching out, they're going to inquire about. We love, you know, Cypress. We've read all about it. So you've got the Bridgeland Town Lake. And I mean, I can't get through every one of these. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these master plan communities, but I will just let you know that if you see a Waller ISD or a Hockley ISD due to Bridgeland or any of these stretching out, they're going to be all top, you know, brand new schools with a 10th or a 20th of the amount of kids in the school district. So definitely something to look into. So if we actually head over here to the east a little bit now, the next one we're going to talk about is Tomball. And Tomball has a brand new high school as of about 2-3 years ago. So it has 2 of them now. You do actually have a lot of shopping, restaurants, bars. It's kind of an older town. You don't live in Tomball. It's kind of like Conroe. Like, you're not living in those areas to be downtown. It's the new, you know, master plan communities around. Or Tomball is an area where you could find bigger properties. There's some communities out there that have 2 acres, 5 acre, you know, plots and stuff. But there are a lot of just master plan community. But the thing that I love about Tomball the most is almost all the sports that my kids do right now is in Tomball. They have brand new event centers. They got tons of, you know, AAU basketball tournaments every single weekend. Massive, and I mean massive, massive baseball practicing facilities. So this is an area where, you know, Tomball ISD is going to be highly rated. You're going to be able to stretch that budget a little bit more. It's a little bit more country, a little bit more just like slower pace of life type, if you may. And you have the new 249, which they extended, the Aggie Highway. So that's going to go up to College Station, Texas A&M. So you do have a major road headed up, and it doesn't have near the traffic as some of these other ones. In fact, this screenshot that I took is the traffic of, it's like a noon, 1 o'clock right now, and you can already see the 45s, the 10s, they're pretty well backed up. But these 290s, 249, some of these aren't going to be near as bad. But we've actually had a client who just purchased right in here. This is called Amira. You have, if we zoom in right here, this is going to be the big Tomball ISD stadium. Look at these stadiums. It's just unbelievable. And then you have the brand new Grand Lakes Junior High, and you have an elementary right here. So these are all really nice schools right here. In fact, I was off a little bit. Sorry about that. Amira is right over here. And I knew it was right on the 99. We have a client currently looking or buying in this right here. It's actually an old Arabian horse farm barn that they converted. They made it a master plan community, and now that barn has one of the coolest, resort style pools that I've seen. Massive parks, ponds, walking trails everywhere, and close proximity to 99 to get wherever you need. And Tomball, these areas, with the 249, makes it pretty quick to get down into Houston. So it's not too long of a drive to get in any of these now that they've made these major highways coming up and in and out of them. Now, real quick, what I wanted to do is actually hop over to HAR real quick. This is the Houston area real estate, and this is filtered out by just new construction right now, so that we can actually get a glimpse of what's going on. So this is right at that 290, 99. We talked about Dunham Point. So that's right in here. You got kind of a wide variety of homes in here, all the way up to, $1 million. So there's some really, really nice homes in here. And it looks like some starters, you're going to have 3-bed, 2-bath house, 2,300 square feet for about $500,000. So you're definitely paying a little bit more to be in here. Highly sought after area. If we cruise over here, this is Bridgeland. This is that area to the west. As you can see, it is pending like crazy. People want the Bridgeland, and so it is not a bad area. And what that means for you too, and right now, end of 23, actually the beginning of 24, interest rates are still a little bit higher. They're looking like they're starting to creep back down. That frenzy might start again. The equity can blow up. And so if you're in these areas where people are just dying to be in, and you're not going to live there forever, it's a great equity play. You can't always be 100%, but when you see this right here, that means people are really trying to get in here. And again, price points in that 500, there's some in the 4s. We'll see and you can see there's a lot of availability too, but 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,200 square foot there. And then all the way up to, a couple $1 million homes. So you're going to have that 5-bed, 4-bath. These are just huge custom homes. Going to be gorgeous. Everything you love. Looks like you can design everything, tile. So you'll be in that Bridgeland area. We'll get out of here. All right, so what we'll do, we're going to pop out of here again. And there's actually another section right here. Again, look at the pendings. Absolutely crazy. This is Bridgeland, a part of it to the north as well. So you'll see in here, if we, view the details, we go in here, you'll see here, 477,000 give or take. But this is actually a Perry home, one of your guys' favorites. Perry home, sub 500,000 with 12-foot ceilings. And this little northern section up there is actually part of Bridgeland too. So again, knowing this stuff, but seeing, the pendings on that, these areas are really, really selling out quickly. So definitely helps to have the original Living in Houston, Texas team there fighting for you. But just goes to show, once we pop up north out of here, and you can see that house road, that ties right into part of Bridgeland here. This right here is Stone Creek Ranch, and there's a lot pending in here too, but you're not going to see really anything over that 500,000. I guess you got one of them here at 540. So you're going to get 4-bed, 4 full bath. That was 4,300 square feet. So you can see how much more bang for the buck. 2,500 square foot homes. We got one 5-bed, 3-bath at 3,500 square feet at $499 right there. So that is that Stone Creek Ranch, Hockley ISD. Really a cool area that's going. So that's the few areas that we've shown real quick, and except for right here, you've got Amira subdivision, and you got a lot of the top builders right in here. That won't break your bank as much as being in some of those Cypress neighborhoods. And then again, it can go down to builder incentives and also tax rates, which are all things that we go over with you guys. But you've got a lot of big, beautiful homes in Amira. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop up north of Tomball. This is an area that's really starting to blow up because you can stretch your budget almost the most out this way. And again, you're right by Tomball. So here's Tomball Tomball Center, you got everything here. If we go up, the 249 kind of splits here, and you've got Magnolia, older town, like not a lot going on downtown Magnolia. Again, a lot of these you're not moving there for the downtown area, it's for proximity. Right here, you actually have Magnolia Ridge, so there's a lot of new construction going on here. And then the popular one, we've been in it a few times, you've got Audubon. I love this master plan community. When you get up there, just like how clean it is, the nature, the trees, all the water. I love this master plan community. And as you can see, you've got Perry Homes there. So if we actually zoomed in here, you're gonna notice now you can really stretch that budget. We've got homes starting in the 280s, you know, 350s. These are 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,700 square foot homes. But I really like Audubon and, you know, the Audubon Parkway right here. You're gonna find a lot of really nice homes, and you can see half the place is pending right now in that 495 range. You know, again, there's going to be Perry Homes in here. There's really nice top end builders. You're getting 4-bed, 3-bath house, 2,500 square feet. These are going to be the tall 12-foot ceiling, 14-foot, you know, like really big, tall homes. And then at, you know, 750, you get a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,700 square foot house. Again, now you can see how you can save a couple $100,000 and get into these massive homes. So if you don't really mind being out, you know, that far, as you can see here, you know, once you get out here to Magnolia, you're out there a ways. So if you're going to be working, you know, here in the energy corridor, any of these areas, you got quite the drive. But more and more people moving, relocating here, either working from home or close to these areas. And as long as you can leverage this 99, it's usually pretty, you know, quick. There are certain times where it'll get backed up, but you got to know that the 99 is tolled as well. So you're going to be paying to drive that each and every day. Again, huge reasons why you got to reach out so that we can place you in the right spot. But I do want to go up, and again, you can go all day on this stuff, but Montgomery, Texas has a lot going on. It's older. It's on the west side of Lake Conroe. So if you notice any of this area, if I hit the layers, you're going to notice it's nothing but trees. I mean, it's just, people think you moved to Texas, you can watch your dog run away from you for 2 weeks. It's just flat and dry. It is pretty flat, but it is just as many trees as you could envision. In fact, everybody who always comes and visits me, since I come from the Northwest, they think that Texas is just ugly, dry, brown. They are shocked, every single one of them. I can't believe how pretty it is. The lakes, the trees, the river, like it really shocks a lot of people. And when you get to the north here, it's gonna be very, very treed. So if you're somebody who gets attacked by allergies really, really bad and pollen, these areas might not be the best fit for you. And that's why, you know, the Katy areas and getting out to the west, because it is very flat, dry, there is no trees. To me, I'm like, give me all the trees you can handle, but or I can handle, even though the pollen kicks my butt. But when people explain that allergy thing to me, I never got that, and I'm like, oh, that does make sense. That's why they choose out this way. So we'll go back here. I want to talk about probably, it's going to be top 3 favorite areas that if I didn't live where I currently did and move my kids again, because that sucks, 3 elementary kids having to move them multiple times, we are staying put. I love where I'm at. This is one of the places that I would be. And if we actually come south of Montgomery here, just right south of the lake, you're going to see this Russet Peak area right here. But if we zoom in, you've got Wood Forest Master Plan Community. I personally believe going in there, they've done a fantastic job of keeping up with, it's not quite the Woodlands, but you're not going to have a tenth of the traffic. You're not going to pay those prices. You have all the shopping. It's a golf cart community. You can drive your golf cart anywhere. They got brand new HEB stores. They're building an outdoor shopping area just like the Woodlands, which is under construction currently right now. And you have golf courses, trees, probably the coolest like resort style spa with like 80-foot twisty slides. I mean, it is insane out there. I love Wood Forest. And if you look here, you know, just looking at the Wood Forest Club, it's Montgomery, Texas. So that's kind of Texas. Jesus, I can't even say it. So that's why I wanted to mention that. You know, there are master plan communities starting to sneak up here as well, but for Montgomery, Texas, right here, that Wood Forest, easily one of the coolest master plan communities. It's got actually like 3 different golf courses, but the people that live in there, so prideful, so just like that is the greatest place in the world to live. You can see here by the golf course just how pretty it is, and obviously by the drone footage you're seeing. This is a place I would highly recommend to you guys. For us, it was an area we kind of looked at when moving here, but we didn't want to be that far north. Again, we do like to get to, you know, Crystal Beach and stuff as quick as we can. Once we started stretching up here into these areas, you know, it's 2.5, 3 hours, makes it a little bit more difficult. So now what we'll do, obviously the Woodlands, I'm not even going to go into detail about the Woodlands. I'm going to talk about some surrounding areas. Woodlands has been ranked a top place to live in America by niche.com about a year or 2 ago. So it blew up. It has been blowing up. I know that people who live there, it's one of the best. You're also gonna pay the most, and it's kind of like an area that I live in where there is no new construction. You're gonna find a resale home. Now there are some super duper massive mega custom homes going in over here on the west side, multi-million dollars, but there are some areas, if you don't want to live in the Woodlands, I think one of the biggest reach outs that we get from you guys is people going, I want to live close to the Woodlands, but not in it. And I want new construction. So there's actually a few different places that have new construction that are just within a few minutes of the Woodlands. And so that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on next. So yeah, we're going to head just to the east here. You have the 99 right here. So also have this 242, and I think I mentioned that earlier. This 242 that comes over drops you right into the north side of the Woodlands here. There's actually quite a few master plan communities. So if we actually go and look right here at the corner of 242 and 45, so as you can see, there's the Woodlands right there, just a straight shot up. You've got a master plan community right in here too, Harper's Preserve. We went in there. Beautiful lakes, trails. You've got the HEB right in the parking lot. Dutch Bros Coffee if you're a Northwest person, Crust Pizza. So you got a lot right here, but now you can stretch that budget. Very, very good prices in here for homes. You've got Chesmar, you got some high-end builders. There's actually quite a few different builders in here. And that's gonna put you basically the closest that you can get to the Woodlands with new construction, except for our sneaky super area that we actually shot a video just about a month or two ago. Again, I wanna zoom out so you can see it. If we zoom out, you see the Woodlands right here. This is all the Woodlands right here. All of these different sections. And so this is called, I think I got beat up on this, Kendall Road or whatever the heck it's called. I've always called it Kendall Road. And if we actually, in fact, I'll go right here. This is, it says the Woodlands right here. And if we come in right here to, I'm gonna do that again. So right here is Kendall Road. You guys comment down below how off I am. Just north, this is that massive shopping center right here with the HEB, all shops, restaurants, bar, and then right here is a mini Woodlands. So it's got an outdoor turf area, restaurants, shops, bars, everything. I mean, it is one of the coolest places that, and you don't even really see it because it's in the trees there. And just to the north, walking distance, right here is the Enclave. This is a Toll Brothers community. So if you like them Toll Brothers homes, you want brand new construction, and you want to be right next to everything about the Woodlands, right here you can see that's all the shopping you would need. And then look at Tom Fazio golf course right there. Here's the Woodlands right here. So you could take the Woodlands Parkway in. Very great opportunity to be very close. And again, that's just coming from you guys reaching out. I want to be close to the Woodlands, but I want new construction. Those are going to be some of the best areas to get you close. And then as we stretch over the 242 here, again, Harper's Preserve was right here. You're going to notice these big chunks of new construction north and south of 242. This is FM 1314. Why is that important? If I zoom out here, now what we've done is you have 45. We were all around the Woodlands. Here's that 242 rectangle. I was telling you this area is hot. Right here is 1314. It takes you all the way up into Conroe and all the way down into Porter. So when me and JoJo drive from Kingwood, we take this road all the way up. It's super quick, all back roads, country living. And where we're looking and focusing at is all right here. There are 3 awesome master plan communities right here in that Conroe ISD, 15 minutes away from the Woodlands, Texas, all the shopping, all that, 10-15 from Conroe, and quick shot down to 99 to get to all of these brand new shops, restaurants, bars right here. This whole area right here, I think out of everything that we've talked about, northeast, southwest, probably one of the fastest growing. Everything is brand new and nice, including schools. It's happening in these areas, and people are just loving these master plan communities and filling them up. So now you get a little bit of your bearings. Here is the Woodlands, Texas, 45, and here's that 242. And if we zoom in right here, that 1314 road, this is Evergreen. And as you can see, man, there is a lot pending in Evergreen. Very, very gorgeous master plan community. It's a little bit more high end. You're going to pay a little bit more here. We did, but we did a full vlog tour of this where you had those 3-car garages under 500,000, like Perry, Highland homes. So you do stretch the budget. Really cool family parks, fishing lakes right there, kayak, canoe lakes. Unbelievable master plan community there. And then to stretch the budget the most, you're going to be right in here. This is called Mavera. This is where we also did that master plan community tour where, you know, some of these houses were starting in the 200,000s. We did a full tour of Mavera, and right to the south here is this area right here is Artavia. So, and now what I want to do is just blow this up real quick for you. Again, 1314 and the 242. This northwest side was Evergreen. You have Mavera to the north, and you had Artavia right here to the south. Again, a bunch of master plan communities and opportunities, all different budgets from 200,000 up to maybe 800,000, but really, really big new construction homes with resort style pools and everything, and a quick shot over to 45 or to the Woodlands. Guys, you have no idea how much work this is to build these videos, and I love it so much. So the only thing that we ask is if you're still watching this video, take a second, hit that like button. Also comment down below what areas have you heard about from me now that you're interested in. Start commenting down below like crazy of these areas that you're thinking of, or if I didn't cover one, comment that so that we can go shoot these. But if you would, please, we are pouring so much into these, hit that like button. And again, this is the most in-detailed views that you can get. So when you reach out to the original Living in Houston, Texas team, this is exactly what we do. And this is why I built this channel. There was nothing like this out there, and I wanted to help you guys to move here and not move to the wrong area like I did. So again, at the end of this, I will also put up a playlist, and that has every single area that I have talked about, the most in-depth, greatest vlog tours of those areas. So now you're going to be able to go through and watch all those videos after my explanations of where they are, and it's going to help you to move to the right spot. So you'll want to look out for that playlist, or you can find it on our channel. All right, so what I want to do now is there's actually a few more that I want to talk about here, but I'm starting to get too far away. Again, Conroe, Texas, it's an older area, old downtown, not a lot going on. People aren't moving there for downtown Conroe. It's really because it had the most areas to build a bunch of new construction. You have the Conroe ISD, which, you know, people enjoy a lot. A little bit more affordable to live up here to the north when you get away from it. You know, even when I lived here the first time in 09, 10, 11, 12, I worked with guys who lived in Conroe, and just a decade ago, 10 years, it was basically its own separated city, and now all this is filling in. So there's just so much going on in here. But what I wanted to really talk about is Willis, Texas. And again, when I say I was shocked, it's almost an understatement, because we were like, Joe's like, man, everybody's talking about Woodland Hills, and I actually went up and showed some clients. We got to go out and show this. It's amazing. And as you can see, you got Lake Conroe right in your back pocket. So you are just right down the road from hopping and boating, fishing. One of the biggest lakes in the Houston area besides Lake Houston, and it is bigger, but it's a little farther north. And what I want you to do is actually come down south a little bit, this 830 highway. You can see Willis High School. And if we drop down in here, you're gonna see the Woodlands homes. So you got Brightland homes, you got Perry homes, 75-foot Perry homes right here. So the other thing that I want to do is actually, I'm going to zoom out of this and we're going to head up there. I want to show you, because you start talking about 75-foot lot Perry home, these are million, you know, 1.2, what they're nice homes, right? So I want to find one in here and see if we can. You can see the prices already, 680, 589, and just looking at this, like 679. You get a 5-bed, 4-bath, 3,800 square foot home, and obviously some of the top builders. And then you have huge parks in here. This was an area that it just blew my mind. Again, I don't know if it makes the top 3. I love the Sienna. I love where I live. And I definitely loved Wood Forest, but I could totally see, I told Joe when I was there, I could totally see myself and my family living in Woodland Hills. Like, this place is just so gorgeous. You stretch, you know, that budget so much by going up here. The schools are right there as well, which makes it super easy. And I just think this area right here has a lot going for it. And we've had a lot of clients move up into this area. And as you can see, I mean, 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,200 square foot in the low 600s. This is where you're going to get massive bang for your buck. But again, you got to just realize that you're going to be way up to the north here as you zoom out. And that's why I had to make a new map for the screen up there. Willis, Texas up here is going to be quite the stretch from daily commuters coming to downtown Houston or to the Energy Corridor or wherever you're going to be working. But if you are working the Woodlands, you know, or Conroe or some of these areas, I would definitely come up here to Willis and make that drive down here. It is amazing. All right, so with that being said, we're starting to kind of conclude this. I want to start talking about a few areas. One of our ultimate client favorites right now. We've actually done a few videos on this. This is the one where I took my wife with me, which you guys commented and absolutely loved. I'm going to try and do that again here really soon. But on this side of, you've got the San Jac River, the San Jacinto River. So that's what I wanted to kind of zoom in on. If you look, you have 99 and then the river comes down right here. And if you didn't know, that's what actually makes Lake Houston right here. And you've got on this side of it, Grand Oaks High School. So this is a brand new high school right here. We went into Woodson's Reserve, which is a really nice master plan community. It's got all your shops, restaurants, bars. And the other thing is right here, you've got Regal Bender's Landing. So this is a massive shopping center with taco spots, restaurants, sushi restaurants, movie theaters, grocery stores, tap houses. There's a lot going on right now. So you have the Woodson's Reserve, which was a really cool master plan community right here. I'm gonna tell you a story here in just one second. But the other thing you see is Bender's Landing. We did a video called, you know, where you can get over an acre and have the lowest property taxes. The property taxes were like 1 point something%. And these are all gonna be houses, Bender's Landing right here, that are all acreage estates. So these are gonna be massive, massive homes on massive acreage estates. And I know a few people now who live in there, they love it. And you might find a few celebrities in there. I won't say who, but I wanna just show you real quick that Bender's Landing's right in here. So again, not too far away. It's gonna put you south of 99. So those are areas to look at. But Highlands, this is an area where we're getting more and more and more people moving to. In fact, when me and my wife were there, there was a gal there who lived in Woodson's Reserve, and she was here buying a house. And so the one thing she didn't like about Woodson's Reserve is that brand new high school's right here. She was elderly. She didn't have any kids, so I could see that actually being beneficial if you've got kiddos, but she didn't. Is there was a lot of traffic going through there, you know, to get to these schools and to all the shops and stuff. So she moved over here to the Highlands, loves it. She was just telling me and my wife this on the side. So that's something to keep in mind and something that we can help you guys, you know, with trying to pinpoint certain areas of what you would like or not. But man, they got the golf course right here, which is gorgeous. One of the coolest ponds with a park right on it. And again, tons of trees. They have dozens and dozens of miles of hiking trails. And they have custom home builders out there. So we went in and toured those homes. You guys can go watch it. It was the one I did with my wife. But this area right here, again, gorgeous. The one kicker to it right now is it doesn't have the elementary schools in it. They're coming within a year or two. So once it has the schools, like this is probably going to be one of the top areas to live here. And it still has years, like 8-10 years of building to go. So they're going to be expanding that one. Keep your eye on the Highlands. Put it down as a top area to consider if you're thinking about this northern side. So now what I want to do, again, there's still a lot more in here, but those are kind of the highlight ones. I want to move over to 99 again and the 59 or the 69 that says on here, New Caney. So if you see right here, this is Tomball. First of all, this actually, we go to it all the time, but this is Valley Ranch Shopping Center. So there's over 100 shops, restaurants, bars right here. This new Randall Reed football stadium, amazing. And here's what I want to mention. This is New Caney ISD, and a lot of these schools up in this area feed into that New Caney. I don't care about what the rankings or anything say. Almost all of these schools are brand new and nice. So new roofs, nice schools. Again, can't steer in any way, but I hate how some of the rankings will rank these and then you go, it's a brand new school that was just built. So I think New Caney's an area that's really starting to erupt, and this is where we did that video where, I mean, there's 200,000, in fact, there's $190,000 condos in Tomball right now. We just did a video on it, but $200,000-$300,000 homes all day long in Tomball, and we've timed it multiple times. They have the new development over here, the west side. It's 2.5, 3-minute drive down to Valley Ranch. So all the shopping and everything. And then if you're somebody who travels a lot, you got George Bush International Airport right here. So I mean, it's just a quick drive down south and you're at the airport, and it's still not even that far of a drive if you want to cruise over to the Woodlands area, probably about 20-30 minutes to head over there. But again, you're going to be country living out there and really stretch that budget. So I will mention a few other areas. They're starting to build now. This 99 was the newest section that opened. So 99 here all the way down. Now we're starting to see signs. In fact, me and Joe drove in there. They're not ready yet. There's some master plan communities coming up in this area that we're going to go showcase when they get built, but you're going to get probably extreme affordability over there. And then what I want to do is kind of break it. Now we've got like this really popular northeast section. You got Humble, you got Atascocita, and you've got Kingwood right here. So when we zoom in here, Humble is going to be the closest one to 59, and Humble is Old Town Humble. It is very, very, very old. There's not a lot going on, but there's a lot of master plan communities that have sparked from the Beltway 8 days right here. in between to the 99 up above. And one of them that you guys loved was Balmoral. This has the huge crystal clear lagoon. So it's a massive, massive lagoon. And they also have really good prices on the homes. We did a video on a builder in there that had the biggest home in Houston for like the 300,000 price range. And they had the 12-foot roofs. It was a really, really nice home. And you get, again, the crazy part is you're in the trees here, Balmoral, and then you also have the Groves, which is right on the other side. And the Groves, the whole thing about it is kind of like the Highlands, like the nature, the preserve. So a lot of people are going to move to these areas who got to be on Beltway 8 or downtown quickly right here. So this whole area, they love being close to Beltway 8. So if you're trying to get close to Beltway to get in and out of work, Balmoral, the Groves, those are going to be two of your top areas really in this Humble, Atascocita area. Those are the two. If you want a newer, nicer, that's where you're going to be looking. And then there are countless master plan communities and developments all along here. So if you want kind of a resale home, 200, 300, 400,000, and you can get 3-bed up to 5-bed homes, you're going to find them all day long in these areas. I used to live down, this is where I kind of first moved to. It's beautiful. I got friends who live on the lake. You can go boating right here. You know, there's golf courses in here. So it's a pretty cool, pretty area. You can definitely stretch that budget. And then last but not least, you got the Kingwood. This is where I moved up to. Once I discovered Kingwood, I couldn't believe it. It was perfect in my eyes. Some people don't find it that way, but it's got the clubs of Kingwood. This is 4 different golf courses in one. You got a clubhouse with a resort style pool, lazy rivers. You've got 25 different tennis courts, 10 pickleball courts, family functions almost every single week. Almost everybody who lives in Kingwood, you know, is a member of that. Plus, everything is really tight, close, and it doesn't have as many shops, near as many at all as the Woodlands, but that's the big pro and con, right? You don't have as many, but now you're not going to get the traffic that a place like the Woodlands. So what's happening is a lot of people are choosing, oh, I want the Woodlands, I want Woodlands, I want Woodlands. So they look at the prices, they're like, damn, that's a lot, right? So they come down to the Kingwood area. It's almost identical. If I closed your eyes and picked you up and dropped you, the houses are going to look basically the same. The trees, everything is going to look almost identical, and you're going to be able to stretch that budget really, really far here in Kingwood. And just living here personally, I mean, if you look up the school district, it is Humble ISD, but you're going to have some of the highest rated schools right in the Kingwood area. And trust me, now that I've lived here for a while, you talk to generations and generations of people. Once they get in here, they never leave. And if they do leave, all the people that are my age I talk to, you know, when I pick up my kids at elementary and all that, they say they couldn't wait to get out. And then as soon as they left for a couple of years, they're like, I had to go back. It's the greatest place in the world to raise kids. So, and again, you're going to hear that from most locals in any of these areas. There are great, I'm talking fantastic places to live all over Houston, Texas. And if you think I covered everything today, it's not even close, but you should have a very good understanding of some areas you might like to live, or most importantly, hate to live. But today, again, we really covered a lot of what was north of Houston, Texas. If you missed it, I did the southern half on a video before this. Our contact info is here. Pause it, write that down, call us for your one-on-one consultation. We'll break down the map with you. And now check out this playlist. This is the one I talked about. Every single one of these master plan communities, we have done the greatest video you will ever find right here. So go in there, find the areas that you're looking at, watch those videos, then give the original Living in Houston, Texas team a call.